Why is a harness possibly better than a collar? Just think about it. Just one whiplash accident can cause us humans a lifelong problems.
And pain.
Pain always causes behavioral changes for your dog. Let me show you what I mean. Hi, I'm veterinarian Neil de Schrijver and I help cat and dog owners avoid sudden sickness and high medical bills without the long waiting times and stress, and so Dr. Google doesn't give you a heart attack. If you'd like to avoid medical or behavioral problems for your furry friend, be sure to click this subscription button below and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I release a new video. And if you would like to take a look beyond the scenes in our practice, be sure to follow us on the Instagram so you can take a peek. The anatomy of a dog's collar is fundamentally pretty similar to our own. A collar injures vital organs in the neck and causes pain. These are the worst kind of collars that you should never get. Preferably don't get a collar at all. So don't get a choker, don't get a prick collar, or you know, with the little thingies. Don't get a collar. In this video I will show you 12 reasons, or better yet 12 parts of the neck, to show you why you should not get a collar. But before we start, let me quickly tell you about the quick start guide to dogs. You can find the link in the description below. Go ahead and click on it. It's 3 videos. They take 20 minutes in total and they will get you started with your dog. You will know what you definitely need and what you should not miss, and you will avoid a lot of medical problems and possibly even behavioral problems. So if you're a first-time dog owner, or even you just got a puppy again, go check it out. It's completely free. First of all, we have the skin with usually fur. This is a vital organ that protects your dog from sunburn and mechanical stress. It forms an important barrier between the inside and the outside world. A collar can damage this protective barrier and cause hair loss, irritations, blood clots, wounds, and pain. Number 2, the muscles. The muscles in a dog neck have to work continuously to keep the head up. Also, the point of gravity for a dog's head doesn't lay in the middle of its 4 legs, so those muscles always work hard to keep the head and neck balanced. A collar causes bruises, strains, and pain. Furthermore, an injury here has an influence on every movement in the whole body. Number 3. The lymph nodes and ducts. The lymph nodes and glands are very important organs in your dog's immune system. A collar may cause swelling of the glands, damage or rupture of the glands, decreased immunity, and pain. Number 4. The thymus. The thymus is also a very important organ in your dog's immunity. It's big when he's still a puppy and then becomes smaller after his puberty. So the thymus can only get injured in puppies. So you see, in puppies also it's already important to get a harness. You might have to get different sizes of harnesses while he's growing, but trust me, it's worth the investment. A collar can cause mechanical damage, which results in a decreased number of T cells, which are a kind of white blood cells that protect the body. Number 5. The hyoid bone. Hyoid bone? Hyoid bone? Yeah, how do you pronounce that? Let me know, I'm not an English native speaker. Anyways, the hyoid bone, better known as the bone in the tongue. This is what the muscles of the tongue and lower jaw are attached to. It's important for the movement of the tongue and for swallowing. A collar can lead to difficulty and painful swallowing. My bet is you never guessed that. Number 6. The vertebrae and intervertebral discs. There are 7 vertebrae in a dog's neck. The intervertebral discs are made of cartilage and connective tissue. By pulling on a collar, vertebrae may shift relative to each other, which causes a more rapid degeneration of the cartilage, which causes arthrosis and herniation. Both are very painful. Number 7. The spinal cord. The spinal cord is a bundle of nerves that runs from the brains through the spinal canal, which is made of the space that the vertebrae create. So the same thing here, because of the pulling on the collar, this spinal canal can become more narrow, which causes pressure on the spinal cord, and again, that is very painful. Number 8, the nerves. From the spinal cord, nerves go to certain muscles, and the body can send sensory impulses to the brain. The arthros and hernias that can be caused by a collar that presses on the nerves, which causes pain and neurological disorders. Number 9, the arteries and veins. The blood vessels in the neck bring the blood from and to the head and the brain. When a collar presses on these blood vessels, it causes a higher blood pressure in the brain and a higher pressure in the eyeballs. Long term, this can cause less blood circulation in the brain and glaucoma, which is a swelling of the eye, and your dog can get blind and the eye possibly has to be taken out. Number 10, the trachea. Trachea, or the windpipe, is a tube with C-shaped cartilage rings. These rings can be compressed together by a collar and even break. The diameter is then smaller, which makes it more difficult for your dog to breathe, and it can cause a chronic cough as well. So I see a lot of dogs come in that are constantly coughing, and unfortunately the owner caused this problem themselves, and it's an awful thing to hear as a pet owner, that you actually hurt your dog while you were only trying to make him not pull on his leash. Number 11, the larynx and oesophagus. These are important structures for the passage of food. The larynx closes off the pathway to the lungs, so food doesn't get in there, and the oesophagus brings it to the stomach. A collar causes difficulty swallowing and to choke on food and have pain while swallowing. Number 12, the thyroid gland. This gland is one of the biggest hormone-producing organs in the body. It regulates, among other things, the metabolism, the heart rhythm, and breathing frequency, the development of the brain, growth of cells, and the mood of your dog. A collar can cause mechanic injury, resulting in hypothyroidism. What that looks like is way too much and complex to explain in this video, so if you would like me to make a video on hypothyroidism, let me know in the comments below and I will make it as soon as possible. I hope that with this video I've opened your eyes to the dangers of a collar. I know that a lot of dog trainers are against the harness because they don't know better, but they feel like, yeah, then your dog will surely pull on the leash. But that shouldn't weigh up to the dangers of a collar, so be sure to find a dog trainer that does not make you use collars. If you'd like to know what harness is perfect, stay tuned for the next video. Let's keep your furry friend happy and healthy together, and I will see you in the next video.